Welcome, beautiful Paris Saint Germain family. In today's video, we'll take a quick look back at yesterday's games through the statisticos. It was an incredible performance from Paris Saint Germain, but once again, I'm liking the complete performances. I like when there's nobody really to critique. Sure, if you want to go overboard, you can say that guy can do a little bit of defensively, that guy shouldn't lose the ball that many times and so on, but just the performance. First of all, Donnarumma, I mean, he made a great save. I don't think it's counted because the player was offside. But, I mean, he barely faced any shots. He faced, what? Yeah, 3 shots the entire game. 1 goal, 2 saves. Could have potentially done better at the near post for that goal, but very happy with Donna in recent form. His ball playing ability is better than it has ever been. He really didn't have to punch, but I've seen in some recent games, like even his punching ability has improved immensely, and absolutely love that by Gianluigi Donnarumma. Next up is Joao Neves, and I said it before, I will say it again. I don't think I've seen as complete of a player in my life. I don't think so. Like when you think of complete players, I don't know. After seeing Joao Neves, like Marco Verratti. Marco Verratti was one of the most complete players I've seen, but Neves is more complete. I think Verratti is better at some stuff, like his passing is better. I would say his tackling is better. Other stuff as well. But Neves is just a complete game. Even when I play football, my game is around all-roundedness. I think that's what makes a player as high quality as possible. First of all, when you have high IQ, you can play in every single position. When you have the athleticism and the ability and the technique, you can play in every single position. And that goes for Joao Neves. 67 out of 79 accurate passes. 2 key passes as a right back. 113 touches, 3 touches in opposition box, 1 out of 2 successful dribbles, 9 passes into the final third, 3 out of 7 accurate long balls, 1 tackle, 1, 4 clearances, 2 headed clearances, 3 interceptions, 9 defensive actions, 6 recoveries, 0 dribble passed, and 10 duels won. 3 out of 3 areas won. Put any midfielder, put any box-to-box in the world as a right back, and he won't get dribble past 0 times. He won't win majority of his duels. He won't cook like this. Joao Neves is a sensational, and could potentially already be one of the best signings in Paris Saint Germain history. Getting this guy for 60 million when you're seeing bumps like Bellingham and Tchouaméni go for 100, and Declan Rice and Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez. Oof. Next up is Marquinhos. Another solid game from the captain. I remember a really great tackle on Zakaria late in the game. 66 out of 74 accurate passes, 6 out of 9 accurate long balls. That's something he's improving on. He has really good passes between into the final third and between different lines and so on. 84 touches, 2 blocks, 2 clearances, 4 duels won, 9 recoveries. Good overall game for Marquinhos. Pacho just cleaning up. Pacho, that tackle on Mina, Pacho. 73 out of 76 accurate passes, 92 touches, 3 out of 4 accurate long balls, 2 out of 5 tackles won, 5 clearances, 12 defensive actions, 4 recoveries, 8 duels won, 5 duels lost. I think he has to improve a little bit on that. I want to see more of complete from Pacho because of high expectations on him, especially when it comes to the physicality and the duel winning. But I felt the Monaco striker, Bier, it was good because he was probably the one that won the duels. Yeah, he still lost most of his duels, but he was a good player. Next up is Nuno Mendes. Nuno Mendes, I think, lost 8 duels. Wow, that's the first stat that pops up. Another good game from Nuno Mendes. 1 assist, obviously a beautiful assist. 3 chances created, 7 touches in opposition box, 7 passes into the final third, 5 out of 7 accurate long balls, 2 defensive actions, 4 recoveries. Didn't get dribble past once, but, lost a couple of last duels. 7 out of 9 grand duels lost, so you gotta improve on that. But I think he also has a lot about, like, he's extremely aggressive, but that should potentially be improved on from Nuno Mendes. Next up is Doue alongside Joao Neves. For me, he was the man of the match in this game. Completed the most dribbles, 7 in this match, and only played 63 minutes. 1 assist, 2 shots, 1 chance created, 66 touches, 4 touches in opposition box, 3 passes into the final third, 7 out of 8 successful dribbles, 8 recoveries, 8 duels, 1 out of 9. Doue. We talked before about we want to see Doue in the midfield. That's his best position and everything. And wow, like usually when you are an offensive 8 that is good at playmaking and has 7 out of 8 dribbles, usually a bit skinnier, a bit weaker. you don't have 8 recoveries. You don't win 8 out of 9 duels won. And I think Desiree Doue is another perfect missing piece in Paris Saint Germain's midfield this season. We felt the same with Kvara in the attack. We'll come to Kvara soon. But Desiree Doue for me has been the missing piece in this Paris Saint Germain midfield because he offers the defensiveness. I think his work rate can be improved, especially if you compare it to Warren Zaire-Emery. But offensively, he offers so much more, and I'm willing to take that slight risk defensively. Nuno Mendes maybe has to be a bit more defensive, and Doue pretty much as a 4th attacker for Paris Saint-Germain. And how sensational it is. When I look at the attack, Barcola, Dembele, Kvara, they can get goals and assists. What I like with Doue is he can do the basic simple stuff, which is link up play for the simple assist for Dembele, just 1-2, very easy, nothing special. But what he can also do is take away so much attention. He's such a dangerous player. Like when he cooked Caio Henrique and so on, like Desiree Doue he can play a bit like Dembouz last season, where he takes away the attention for the other players to cook. And then Neves and Vitinha can be the base of that midfield. And we come to Vitinha now, and Vitinha is definitely hitting his strides. And that goes for most PSG players. If you compare the first 6 months to now, huge improvements. Obviously, we know the Lucha stuff with the freedom and the U-shape and the disgustingness. But even apart from that, I remember Vitinha last season too started peaking towards the end of the season, and most other players too. 1 goal, amazing goal. 3 shots, 2 chances created, 75 out of 7 accurate passes. 7 out of 7 long balls, 5 passes in the final third. And then he's trying his best always to improve defensively. 7 recoveries, 4 defensive actions. Jogador. Lastly but not least, Fabian Ruiz, another player that has stepped up his performances in 2025. I felt in 2024, like the beginning of the season, there were so many performances. I felt Fabian Ruiz was poor. But now, I think Fabian, what he does is, he does like unattractive stuff, and that's why he doesn't get as much hype. And I feel that's why a lot of people have an agenda on Fabian Ruiz. I understand he's 28 and the expectation should be higher on Fabian Ruiz than Desiree Doue, but I think Fabian is a true professional. And look, Luis Enrique, whether you like him or not, knows football, all right? He understands football. This team was created pretty much solely by Lucha. I mean, Hakimi, Marquinhos, Donnarumma, Nuno Mendes. I think those are like the only impactful players that were signed before Luis Enrique came in. And that Fabian is still getting so much game time and everything. Like, PSG wanted to sell, Campos and Nasser wanted to sell Fabian in the summer, but Lucha was like, hold up, let him cook. And now we're holding up. Now he's starting to cook. And one other thing I like about Fabian Ruiz is he's a big game and a big moments player. So he will be very important for us in the UEFA Champions League. Fabian Ruiz, huge dub. Bradley Barcola, it was a very, calm game from Bradley Barcola. Another assist. Like, GA-wise, he's just come back to that. Like, because he had that patch where it was like 8 straight games without a single GA. Lucha even had to bench him. But now he's back, and he didn't touch that much of the ball, but 2 chances created. Obviously had that big chance early in the first half. I think he should have shot. His dribbles were not the best. 6 touches in the opposition box, 2 out of 3 tackles won, 3 defensive actions, 3 duels won. And that's the thing, like Barcola can have like a decent game like this, but we still beat Monaco 4-1 and absolutely cooked them. And like, I'm not expecting, like, some games he will be good, sometimes he will be good, sometimes. When you have that many ballers, not all of them have to cook every single game. Kvaratskhelia, I felt it. I know, like, when it comes to Kvara's level, people now talk about, Kvara, what a goal, a good game and everything. I know Kvara can do so much better, man. That's the scariest thing. Kvara can do better. Barcola can do better. Doue did the best he could, apart from maybe getting a goal or something. 1 goal from Khvicha Kvaratskhelia, and what a beautiful goal it was, and what a beautiful assist it was from Bradley Barcola. 4 shots taken, 2 chances created, 2 block shots, 2 out of 2 shot accuracy, 6 touches in opposition box, 5 passes into the final third, and some duels as well. He's a very good presser as well. I felt with Khvicha Kvaratskhelia, and he's very similar to Dembouz in the sense he can score and play make at a really high rate. And lastly but not least, Ousmane Dembele, man of the match according to FUMAB. 2 goals, 4 shots, very clinical from Ousmane Dembele. 2 chances created, 3 out of 4 shot accuracy, none touching opposition box, 2 passes into the final third, 3 out of 4 successful dribbles, 2 out of 2 accurate long balls, 1 time dispossessed net, nearly cost us a goal in the beginning of the game. Please, Demboos, take it easy. 1 out of 3 tackles, won 3 defensive actions. Wow, won 6 duels, huge up by Demboos, and what a jogador he is. Like, one thing even people forget from Dembele, in the first half, that Barcola goal that came from the Joao Neves cross, that the ball had gone outside, that was like such a beautiful pass from Ousmane Dembele between the defender's leg. What a dominant performance from Paris Saint Germain. 64% possession, 3 out of 4 XG, 3.14 XG, 16 shots, 7 shots on target, 4 big chances, only 1 big chance missed. I remember before it was like, I don't know, 10 big chances, 8 big chances missed, and then we get like 3 goals or something. But it was a very clinical game from Paris Saint Germain, and that's what I expect when you have talented attackers such as Dembele, Kvaratskhelia. And Monaco made it really tough. They came with this 4-4-2 shape, sat back a bit in their mid-block. They made it really tough. The first half was really tough. They defended extremely well. But then when PSG just, turned up, and that's the thing I like. And another thing about this team, that just shows what a great side this is. Paris Saint-Germain can turn on that thing, which is, a Madrid thing in the UCL or even a City thing in the UCL recently. It just shows that you are a big side, that you can control and you can dictate where the game is going. When we conceded 2 goals versus City, everyone looked at each other, like the players were like, yeah, let's come back. Against Barca last season, 1-0 down at halftime, Fugazi goal from Barca, went into the locker room. Yeah, let's come back. Obviously, Barca came back after that, but and then obviously the switch versus Monaco. How we came into that second half, we showed that we wanted to win the game. In the first half, we went 1-0 up, and that's something sometimes I dislike about this Paris Saint-Germain team is we become a bit reluctant, we become a bit passive after getting, especially an early goal, that one from Vitinha, a little bit unexpected. We need to stop taking the foot out of the gas. We can do that when it's like 3-0 up or something. But yeah, I can't say that much negative about this game. Great performance from Paris Saint-Germain. And if we take a look at the Tabeliano here, 53 points, 13 points clear. Marseille will play versus Angers tomorrow. Hopefully they drop some points, making it even easier for us. 38 goal difference. Then if we look at this, at the stats of Ligue, Mcdonalds, top goal scorer, Ousmane Dembele. Bradley Barcola here. So we have 2 top goal scorers in the top 4 here. I think either Kang or Gonçalo is next. Yeah, Kang Lee with 6 goals and Gonçalo with 4. Very good from Paris Saint-Germain. When it comes to assists, Joao Neves first. G.A. Dembele with 20. Barcola with 16. Tanguy Lee with 10. So they have been our 3 most impactful in terms of GA this season. For mob rating, after such a long time, Ousmane Dembele finally is the number 1 at Paris Saint-Germain with 8.14 XG. Hakimi was first since the beginning of the season, 8.13, and Joao Neves. And yeah, this is correct. For mob is cooking. These 3 have been our best players this season. Vitinha also starting to rise. Bradley Barcola is there. Nuno Mendes as well, right there. It's beautiful. It's honestly beautiful from Paris Saint-Germain. We just need to keep cooking like this, and we'll win the UCL. That's been it from boy PSGINT. Hopefully, guys, have enjoyed this video. As usual, allez, bye.